Hi everybody and welcome back to Whimsy Wick Library. Today I want to share with you all the books that I read in January 2026 and give you a quick idea of my thoughts on them. So the first book I read I did on Audible, which was Haunting the Hunter, The Bound Duo by Hannah Harp. This one was a really unique book where you are the love interest. I found it really fun and there was just so much world building in it. And there is a second book coming out this year, so looking forward to that one. Next, I listened to the Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone or Philosopher's Stone. I actually had that as the graphic book version, so I had all the cast speaking, which was fantastic. It felt like you were literally in the movie. I loved it. I would definitely recommend that one. Next was one I'd had on my TBR shelf for a while, which was The Midnight Bookshop, which is this one. It's by Amanda James. It's just such a unique twist, I find. It was definitely a book that I'd waited to read and regretted waiting to read after. It's where the book chooses you. So that was definitely a fun read. If you haven't read it already, I do recommend reading it. Next was the Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. Just following along with the Harry Potter theme that I started because I'd never actually read them, which as a reader I should. So this one was a lot of fun and I loved being able to imagine the book and to where it is with the movie, to sync it up. It was really funny. The next book is Reminders of Him by Colleen Hoover. Because it's going to be out in the cinema, I wanted to actually get around to reading it finally, and I'm really glad I did. I read this in 2 days, so I literally couldn't put it down. My life's hectic outside of books, so I didn't have the time I'd want to read it, but I loved it. Next on the list of books I read was Guild, another one that had been on my TBR pile for ages. And I'm not going to lie, it's very heavier on the smuts to start with than I'm used to. But once you get past that, it's actually a really good read. And I'm on the hunt to find the second book. So I'm looking forward to continuing this series. The next book that I had was Beauty in Darkness, the Royal Hearts series. I got into this one because unfortunately we lost the author, Elizabeth Briggs, and I really wanted to listen or read some of her books. I do like audio as much as physical books, so I'm happy doing either. I loved this book, and it is one that I will be, when I can, getting for my shelf because I want a physical copy as well. So that was, if you haven't read the Beauty in Darkness Royal Hearts series, check it out. It's really good. The next on my list for January was The Crimson Moth. Another one that I'd heard lots of good things about. This one took me 5 days to read. And it was one that I had a lot of trouble getting into to start with. But it's another one of those that I can't wait to finally find the second one to continue this series. And the last book that I read in January is Kiss of Snow, which is the second book in the Royal Hearts series. Again, I had that by audiobook and I loved it. I really, really want that series to continue, so I'm going to try and see if there are any more of them. If not, that is such a shame. It was such a good series. But I am definitely going to be hunting down some more of Elizabeth's books. So if you haven't checked her out already, make sure you have a look at some of her stuff. It is really good. And unfortunately, like I said, we did lose her this year. So this is it. This is what I read in January. There were, I believe, 12 books in total. Yes, 12 12 books read in January. No, sorry, my mistake. 9 books read in January. This month's been a lot slower for me, so. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. Have you read any of these? Do you have any book recommendations, things that I might like? I'd love to hear from it. So make sure to drop a comment, and I will speak to you all in the next video. Bye.